Today we are going to discuss about the one of the important practical, that is the thermistor, because this thermistor is playing an important role for day-to-day applications, for your air condition, your vacuum cleaner, your washing machine, your freezer, your fridge. Okay, so many instruments you will observe this thermistor. Thermistor is nothing but it is the one type of the resistor whose resistor is strongly depend upon the temperature. Okay, and that thermistor is developed by some of the semiconductors or the some of the metal alloys, just like as the nickel, cobalt, copper and ferric. Okay, generally the thermistor, there are the two types. One is the NTPC, negative temperature negative temperature coefficient, and PTC, positive temperature coefficient. Okay, these are the two types of thermistor. Here our colleagues, non-teaching staff, Mr. Vivek Patil, okay, he is helping us to maintain all these practical labs. Now the aim of this practical is to study the electrical and thermal characteristic of the thermistor. This experiment is divided into two parts. First one is the electrical property, okay, this electrical characteristics, and second one is the thermal characteristic. Right now we are going to perform first as the electrical characteristics. Electrical characteristics means what? That we have to give one supply to the thermistor. You just how it look like the thermistor, you just see here. You just see here. This is the black portion you just see here. Okay, here you can see just as this is the thermistor. Okay, these are the two terminals. They has to be connected to wire to these two terminals. These two terminals here, this wire, red wire is connected to thermistor. This terminal is there. Okay, and in between the paraffin oil is putting on this burette. Okay, and then these two terminals. Okay, now I am putting this into the water. Okay, this is the electrical setup. This is the setup for that. Okay, now here we are making the connections for the electrical properties. Here you just see here the block diagram. Okay, this is the diagram. Now here 3-volt supply key is there, and this rheostat, variable rheostat is there. We are going to avoid all these things. We are directly putting the variable power supply, and that variable power supply's connections, output connection is connected to the positive of the milliammeter, and milliammeter's negative is connected to the thermistor, and another terminal is connected to the supply here. Okay, now here this portion totally we are going to put directly the variable power supply. Okay, in between this voltage is nothing but this voltage. Now I am making the connection. You just see here how it look like. Now this is the variable power supply, DC power supply, positive is connected to the milliammeters positive. This is the multimeter. Right now I am selecting the milliammeters range. Okay, this positive connected to the millimeter range. Okay, you have to see carefully when you using the multimeter. Now this negative terminal is connected millimeters to the thermistor's positive. Okay, here. Okay, now another terminal of this rheostat is directly connected to the supply. You just see here. Here is the zero current or 0.14 milliampere. Okay, now you have to convert this milliampere into the ampere. Okay, right now I am increasing as the 0.2 volt, 0.2 volt. So now your current is 1.14 milliampere. Okay, now increase it 0.4, then your reading is 0.4 volt, 1.93 milliampere. Now now 0.6 volt, your reading milliammeter is 2.60. You just see here 2.60. Now I am directly taking as the 0.8, 0.8. Now your reading is 3.48 milliampere. Now after that 1 volt, you just 1 volt. 1 volt is near about 4.33. Now I am taking 0.5 difference. 1.5 volt. 1.5 volt, your milliampere is 5.1. In this fashion, you have to increase up to the 5 volt, and you measure this. And once you will get these readings, then easily you can calculate the R. R means what? This voltage and this current. Voltage divided by the current. Both the quantities should be in MKS. This is the volt, and whatever your reading is in milliampere, you have to convert milliampere into ampere. Okay? So now R is equal to V upon I, and you will get the resistance, whatever the resistance changes. Okay? You will get that reading. Now now you plotting the graph. You just see here, plotting the graph. X-axis you have to take the current in ampere, and Y-axis you have to take voltage. You just see this, you will get such type of the graph. Okay? You type such type of the graphs. Now we are going to connect second part of that. Okay? Second part is nothing but the thermal characteristics. The thermal characteristic you see here. Here, without any current, we are not going to give any supply to that. This is your thermistor, and we will put this multimeter, and we are going to measure the resistance, and we are directly hit the bath. Okay? Once the water temperature increases, ultimately this inner thermistor temperature will goes increases. Okay? Your resistance will also changes. Okay? So now for that best purpose of these readings, okay, linear readings, so first you heat this as to 80 degree temperature, and then cool down up to that 20 degree, so you will get the very good results. Means we are not taking the increasing order, we are taking the readings for the decreasing order. Okay? From this table, the temperature here is the 80 degree. Okay? With respect to whatever the resistance, 70 degree, 60 degree, 50 degree, 40 degree, 30 degree, 20 degree. Okay? In this fashion you have to take the readings. 5 degree differences reading is enough for that. And once you take this reading, you will get this theta, and this is the R. This is the temperature. This is the temperature, and this is the R. This R and temperature, and you will got this. Okay? Such type of the graph you will plot on the graph paper. Okay? So now I am just showing the second part of this thermistor characteristics, means temperature characteristics. So now you just see your temperature. Okay? Right now I am hitting this 80 temperature 79. Okay? Temperature cool down, your resistance is continuously increasing. Just see here 77. Now 70 degree, you just see here 95. Previously it was only 70. Okay, 10 degree temperature. चलो बेटा. Now you just temperature 70, your resistance is increasing up to the 97. Now it will goes to the 60. So now you just see temperature decreases continuously. Okay, 68 degree, 67. Just see here. We are showing continuously the resistance. Whenever the temperature decreases, resistance increases very fastly. You just see. $65, you just 109. Now it continuously stir it, then it will fastly cool. I am just showing all these live things very fastly. Just see here. $60, 130 ohm. हाँ 50 degree, you just 158. Just see the temperature goes down fastly, your resistance is increasing. You just see here. I am continually stirring it. 45, 184 ohm. $40 degree. is near about 215 ohm. You just see the resistance changes, 36 atmospheric temperature near about. Okay, this is the way. Here we just give the temperature. That time it's when you increase the temperature, its resistance decreases. When the temperature decreases, resistance continuously increasing. Means it is the NTC, negative temperature coefficient. Okay, and it is very useful for the different instrumentation applications. Okay, now atmospheric temperature come. Okay, now you just, your starting reading was 80 and that time your resistance was 70 ohm, and now whenever the temperature decreases continuously you will get the very linear changes you will observe through these multimeters, means ohm range. Okay, this is the way this experiment is finished. Thank you.